What's going on, YouTube? Back at it again. Today I'm gonna be working on the CRV. Hey, Lemon. So yeah, today I'm gonna be working on the CRV, and I will be putting an aftermarket rear trunk cover. All right. So I'm going to put a rear cover here, just because I really don't like it being exposed like that, especially when you're out and about shopping or whatever. I know, you know, the old RD1s, they did come with the OEM trunk cover, but unfortunately this car didn't come with it, and so finding those parts is either expensive or damn near impossible. So what I'm doing is basically the second best thing to do, and that was to get an aftermarket rear cover. And what I did was I bought a I bought the mounts on Etsy, and so the seller was he 3D printed this, which was a good idea. And so yeah, we're gonna be installing this. We're gonna be installing this today. This thing looks pretty solid, and I watched a video how they installed it, and it's pretty simple enough. So I figured I'd go ahead and tackle it too, and install mines. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing today. Let me see if I have all the necessary tools. I think I do. I wish I would have cleaned up. I'm probably going to clean up the trunk first before I do anything. I got some old tan barks in here that I need. Yeah, so I'm gonna vacuum everything out, and I'll cut back and show you guys how I'm installing it. I'm gonna do some measurements with the rear trunk cover too, before I place the mounts. So alright, let me get this trunk cleaned up and I'll come back. Alright guys, I'm back. So I got her vacuumed. She's a little cleaner, but I was just thinking about this this cover, and what it's gonna do. So what I could foresee right now basically is this is going to prevent me from having to lean the seats back all the way once I install this rear cover, and that's gonna suck. So I think from the installation video that I watched, he had the bracket installed right about here, and so if you put this right there, that would be the furthest you can have the seat back, is up to right there, which I think it's not bad, but it's not the full recline. But I think that would have to do. I don't foresee myself sitting in the back seat while somebody is driving this car anyways. I'm going to be the one mostly driving it, so yeah, I'll just install it from right here. What I also wanted to do was also wanted to measure how far back this thing goes. So it has to go, I think, as far back up to right here. And that's what they said. So yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. So up to right here. But yeah, if it's from what I could see right now, if it's having it all the way down right there. Okay, so I think what they were talking about was you want to be able to still have a pull to get it off the mounts on the end. So alright, let me go and start installing it, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, okay, let's see. So they said don't be too close to the seat belt, right? So I think they had it like this, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it was like that. Now, there's a little notch right here for the seat belt. So maybe I can just line it up from there. Right? Yeah. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna line it up from the notch of that seat belt, just so it doesn't get in the way. Yeah, just so it doesn't get in the way. Alright, so now let's start drilling. Let's start drilling. So they said that the screws come with 1 inch and 3/4. Okay, so the 1 inch are the ones that go to the bottom, and then the ones that go inside the mount, that one is the 3/4. So we're gonna do the bottom ones first. All right. Let's see. Let's get this out the way. here. Straight? I think so. Okay. So I'm just lined up to the seat belt notch right there. Okay. Do we need those two? Maybe. Maybe. So let's put those in. Oh, I need an extension. Alright, I'll come back. Alright, so I got an extension. Put that right there. Okay, finish screwing this. We got one more. Okay. Alright. So now they said put this. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that we're straight. Alright. So we're gonna put this on. And then put this on like that. And I want to make sure that we're pretty much in the same location. Okay, let's see. This one is a little bit. So if I lined it up to the notch, that would be right here. And I'm not sure if that's straight or not. There's got to be a way to measure it. Got to be a way to measure it. Yeah, let me get a tape measure so we can pretty much get close to it. I'll be back. Alright guys, so I got a tape measure right here, and so I'm gonna go ahead and try to get a close measurement so we can see if we're even or not. So what I'm doing is I'm just gonna place this up against the cover, and I'm just gonna say that it's about 25.25 at the end of this plastic, at this corner on this plastic piece. Alright, all the way out there. So 25.25. Now these two should be about the same. So then let's see how far we're at here. Alright, so this one right here is closer, just as I thought, and it's at 24.25. So we're about 1 inch. There's about a 1 inch difference. So we're gonna have to go and push this forward a little bit more. Alright, so let's measure that again. A little bit more. Nope. Another half inch. That can't be. That can't be. Yeah, that can't be. Because we're already way into the seat belt. You know what I'm saying? So it can't be that far back. I mean that far forward. Alright, let me try to measure again from another point. I don't think these two right here are, yeah, I don't think they are. I don't think they're symmetrical, so can't use that. What can I use? What can I use? Alright guys, so I'm just gonna measure it from the corner of the back window. So both back windows should be symmetrical, and they should be in the same location from left to right. And so right now I'm getting 16.25 at this corner to the mount. So let's see where I'm at here. And here I am about, no, yeah, it needs to go back a little bit. So I said 16.25, and that's about right. 16.25 right there. Okay, so that should be where they're both even on both sides. All right, so I'm gonna lock that in with a screw. And right here. Okay, so now I can take this off and put the other screws on. All right, so one more 1 inch at the bottom. Okay, and then the 3/4 there. One more right there. All right, so we're good. Now we put this back on here. Let's see. It's supposed to snap into place. Let me drill that one screw. Alright, so now I'm gonna put this on, and it's supposed to go like that. Alright, let's get some screws ready. This one has 2, and I think they said that the rough side is on the outside. Alright, so now we have to measure to see how far we roll this thing back. So that's the furthest. That's the furthest it'll go. Let's see. Okay. So let's see. Do I need to go up? Maybe I need to go up. Yeah. I think right here should be good. Because you need to be able to pull this one, pull the cover back off and come down so it releases. So I think I can go right here. And let's see if that's, yeah, that's a pretty good location right there. Now, let me try that again. I'll put this up here. And then be able to pull back and come down. So maybe I need to go up. Over here. Alright guys, so I got me a leveler. And this is just to make sure that this side, the left side is going to be level to the right side before I screw the mounting. Alright, so let's get the mounting right here. And I'll put that right there. Alright, so now let's get this level. And so we can get an estimate and see where we need to be. A little lower. So about right there. Does that look right? It seems like that side is a little too low. That's what it seems like. Yeah, it needs to be. Needs to be up here somewhere at least. think that's a little too low. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna measure it, because I don't think the car is park leveled. So let's throw this off. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna measure the height from here. All right. So I'm at 1.5 right here. So I'm gonna guess that I need to be at 1.5 right here. Yeah, so somewhere right here. Okay. Now, how far back? How far back? Let's see. I'm gonna put that on right there. Put this on here. Right? And then measure it from the bottom. And we need to be at 1.5. So right there. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw that right here. Oh, lost my screw. Okay. And then do the bottom. So I think I have it a little bit tilted like this. Right. A little bit more. Like that. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Alright guys. So everything should be good now. This one could have went in a little bit, but you know what? Alright guys, so I just finished the installation and I had to flip this one around because the rough end needs to be at the outside. And what I did too was I also pushed this one about 1/2 inch back more, so that it had a more even surface, because earlier if this one is too far back, this one is going to start slumping down. So right now they're pretty much the same. All right, and looks like it's pretty leveled, yeah. So here's the finish installation. And I think, yeah, what I'm gonna do too is I am going to shave off the ends, the ends of it, because right now it is kind of rubbing on the sides. Not bad, but you know, it takes a little bit more wiggle for you to get it out, and I want to make it as easy as possible for me to open and close the cover. So I'm gonna shave the sides, and so that should make it a lot easier. So right now it's rubbing a little bit. Yeah, it's rubbing, but it should be fine. And then here I still have quite a distance where it's not going to affect the latch for the window, the rear window. But all right guys, so I'll end the video here, and yeah, I'm happy she got a rear trunk cover now. And you know, it's much better from the outside. You can't really see what's in the trunk, right? So I feel much more confident in keeping stuff in the back. All right guys, so I'll end this video. Have a good one, and thank you for watching.